Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yes, I've come back to Linux Mint. Of all the blasted things to go wrong, yes, I could roll back to a different NVIDIA driver. No doubt other people, because it has been reported about this anomaly. NVIDIA going backwards, really are. They're going backwards. It's even happening in Wayland as well, with the new driver on certain hardware. They were trying to fix an LG anomaly and Samsung monitor anomaly and things. But in doing so, they've broken it, basically, and created another anomaly, which is this. This, of course, was taken on my mobile phone, so ignore the crappy picture for this at the moment. But as you can see, all I'm doing is just rubbing my mouse across the top of the terminal. Now it's disappeared. Where the hell's it gone? Oh, it's come back again. Look at that. And then it blurs on out. I can't put up with that, mate. I really can't put up with that. What the hell? Now, of course, updated, because on the 9th of December, of course, Cachy OS developers brought out another ISO, up-to-date ISO. So I went back and I actually installed that. Yes. But then, once I moved to Bash and I rebooted, the anomaly was there. Here in XFCE, which is my favourite ever environment. Because it's light, it's fluffy, it does everything I ask it to, apart from this fucking crap with the new NVIDIA driver. Why am I swearing? Because I spent so long reading up on how to do things in Arch, like installing DaVinci Resolve, for instance, and I cracked it for myself and I was so pleased with myself. I tapped myself on the shoulders. I even massaged my shoulders from behind. I stood up and went behind myself and massaged my shoulders and tapped my shoulders and cuddled myself and said, well done. But no, not to be. Not a well done at all. Look at this crap. Even in the whisker menu as well, when you scroll on up and down, it's just ridiculous. It's been reported that it's doing it in KDE as well as GNOME in certain pieces of hardware. So it's not good, NVIDIA. That's not good at all. Eh? Don't go back to how you used to be. Don't go back to that at all. I've come back to Linux Mint. I need stability. This is one of the reasons why Linux Mint are so stable, because they don't upgrade straight away. And I think Arch needs to look at that. Arch needs to look at that first. We're the guinea pigs though, aren't we? We're the testers for you. We, the public, the Linux gurus. Oh, no, I'm not a Linux guru. What am I on about? The Linux users, if you like. We are the guinea pigs that test your operating systems on out. We are the testers. There's nothing else. They haven't got a Q&A bloody department or anything. What's it? Only a handful of people that make Cachy OS. I don't think there's that many people. I think years ago it was only like 2, 3 of them who made it. I don't know if they're still all there. Oh, God, I don't know. So I was like, shit, what the hell am I going to do? Well, no, nothing else I can do. I'm going to have to get stability back and go back to Linux Mint as my daily OS for the moment. I will be looking on into rolling back that driver and making that rollback permanent so it doesn't fucking update, because that's the problem with Arch. It'll update straight away. It updates straight away to new stuff. How do you stop it from doing that and just have security come down only? How do you do that? I'm going to have to ask Leo, because he's answered a lot of my questions and a lot of them are correct. Some of them, they were a bit bit woo and a bit way and had to go elsewhere, but for the majority of the questions that I've ever asked Leo, he's always come up with the correct answer for me. So it's good that I'm using modern technology for that. You know, why have something embedded in your browser if you're not going to use it? So, you know, I quite like Leo. He's a funny little chap. He comes up with answers to nearly everything. That's what I'm going to be doing anyway. But like I say, I just need stability. I can't put up with all this flishy flashing, and I can't put up with the fact that it took me all fucking day on Saturday to install Cachy OS, to get it up and running, to get DaVinci resolved on it installed. Please, as bloody punch as you saw, as a majority of you saw in my last video. Pissed off I am. Very, very cheesed off indeed. Although I like cheese, I don't like it when it goes off, although it's just take the green bits out, everything will be alright. It shouldn't be like this, should it? NVIDIA should have learnt their lesson by now. It was meant to have better drivers for certain monitors, this new driver that they brought on out. Well, of course, it's fucked up everything else. I don't know. Even in a Wayland session as well, so it's also doing it in there, it's been reported. I don't know where it's been reported, obviously on NVIDIA's site, I guess, on their bug testing site or whatever. Why can't they test it out? But then again, they're a proprietary thingy anyway, aren't they? So, yeah, I'm going to look into rolling back to the other driver, which is the one that I'm using on here, the 95 driver. Let's have a look. Hang on, if I go system, NVIDIA, yeah, that 580.9505, that's the one I want. Because that was stable as anything. It's fine. That driver's fine. Obviously, look, because it's different in here for all you Arch Linux users. It's different here in a Ubuntu-based system. Look, it doesn't do all this flicky-wicky stuff, and I'm already in as Bash. It was after moving to Bash from Fish that it suddenly went, I don't like it. This is what I'm using at the moment. I'm using some kind of on up there, even though it's the Licorix one, the 617.12-1. It's fine, and I've gotten rid of all the others, and this is the only kernel that I'm using. Oh, but you have at least two. No, don't have to. It's up to me, innit? 617.12, bloody brilliant. It's been tuned for gaming as well as other stuff as well, and it's kind of lighter. There's not so much stuff in there, but what you have got is stability. So this driver is really, really good, and it works well. Look at that. There's no screen tearing. There's nothing, you know. Everything's just working straight on out the bag. It's beautiful, lovely. Now, you might be thinking, is that NeoFetch? Or no, I got rid of NeoFetch and put FastFetch in and just put my script that I showed you the other day on up there. I'm using the 420.3, actually. The DEXFCE4 420.3 I'm using. And the great thing about that is if you've got stuff, because you couldn't do that in the 418, but with this you can. If you've got stuff, say, in your, we'll go to panel preferences, we'll go to panel 2 a minute, and we'll go to items. Watch this, I'll push control, and you can pick everything out. You used to be able to not be able to do that, but you can pick everything else out and remove if you need to. Couldn't do that in the 418. Also, whisker menu's been updated as well, because I updated it, although there's not much difference. But hey ho, it's swings and roundabouts, I'm afraid, with Linux, isn't it? At the moment, it's swings and roundabouts. Background up, made some other ones up as well. If we go on over to there, there's a blue one, there's an orange, and there's a red. Yeah, so I know which workspace that I'm on. Yeah, so that I know. I don't have to put numbers up or whatever. You can just have them like that. Why don't you move to KDE? I don't like KDE. I used to use Manjaro's KDE years ago, and yes, you can customize. It's one of the most customizable OSs on out there. KDE is, yeah, fantastic for that. I made it look like XFCE. Oh yes, I did. Apart from the menu, of course, that was the only thing I couldn't change, but everything else was XFCE. I had the clock up here as it is now, with that up in there. I had, it looked like this. That was with Manjaro KDE, and I had all the flashy effects and all that, and I still say that KDE is still too heavy. So is Gnome as well. Heavy in feel, not heavy as in heavy, like it takes. It probably does take a lot of RAM. I don't know. It depends what session you're in, I guess, doesn't it? Whether you're in Wayland or in X11. I personally don't want to move to Wayland until it's out for every single environment and all the bugs have been taken on out of it. When all the software is supported by Wayland, where everything just installs, whether you're using deb packages, flat packs, whatever, right? Even snaps, right? That I don't use. I'm going to look on into rolling back that driver. I've got to get DaVinci Resolve installed, so let's do that now. What I'm going to do is bring over the latest, even though I've got the latest, of 20.3, but after installation it puts up Enjoy 20.2. Really? Ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-boo-boo. We'll go on in here. We'll go on into everything I use. We'll go into DaVinci Resolve. We'll grab hold of this first. We'll copy that. We'll pop that into here. We'll go into that and in there. We'll pop that in there. We'll just open this up as root. Alright. Boing, boing. Like so. We'll then paste that in there like that. And we'll go like that. We'll extract here. We'll then go like that and delete that. Like so. This is my script. Then I'll just pop it in there. It's not my script. I didn't write it. It was a guy on YouTube that wrote it for Linux Mint, and it just bloody works. Whether you got Studio or the free version of DaVinci Resolve, it just bloody works. So why not? If things work, you'll use it, won't you? Yes. Also, they tell me, let's go back in here. We're going to everything I use, DaVinci Resolve, and look, I've got 20.3. That's what it says there. Right, 20.2.2 and 20.1.1 and 20.3. Right, so we'll copy that and we'll bring that on over into downloads. Dear, day. Gonna run all night, gonna run all day. La da 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 ba ba lu ba ba. Din dan 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 da do da do da din 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 da ba do da day. Gotta wanna bite, gotta wanna die. Da 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 da. No, I can actually sing. Actually, as what a lot of people have told me, I can actually sing, but I'm not going to. No. Point. There we go. I know that sounded a bit flat. That's because I was putting it on. Right. Then we got that. We open this up in terminal. And then we go sudo pdri.sh. And we'll do that. And away it goes. And what it's going to do is unwrap 20.3 here for us. It's going to unwrap it. Come on, unwrap it for us. Takes a little while to do, but once it's unwrapped, it's fine. Right. Then we go in there. I'm going to tick that box and we'll just go like that. We'll scroll on down here. We go next. We agree to the terms and conditions. We go next. I don't need to start a detailed log. Just let it go on off. And off it jolly, off it jolly, off it jolly well goes. You'll see a desktop icon come up after it's installed. But I've got my own. 99%. Come on then. You know you wanna. Go on up to 100. Thank you very much. I'll just finish there. No, that's not a pipe leaking. It's me taking a puff of my puffer. Thank you very much. Okay. So that's there. I can now delete that. We can now delete that altogether. We can go on into desktop and we can delete this as well because I've already got mine. Have you? Yeah, I need to change that around anyway. So we'll just go in here, go into applications. We can click in here, open as rooty root, and come on down to here, come into properties, come on over to here, and we can put in resolve. And look at that, it's found mine. So I can select that. That's now been changed. Lovely jubbly. Now, did I change these down here? I did. That's all right then. Good-o. Right, we can come off of there. Come off of there. We will now get it up and running. What I will do is get my key out, but I will not be sharing it on screen. I will not be sharing this part. So it'll just flip on over. Yes, it will. Because in the land of editing, we can do this. And here we are. All I've got to do is just go into media and we'll go on into here and everything I use. We'll go into projects and we'll open up this one and we'll open it. And there it is. And what I've got up there is a Cachy 2. If I come into, oh, we are in edit. Okay, I'll do that. That's the screen, you'll see. I've got all these video clips and all sorts of stuff, and everything works. It's the same as Windows. Oh, it is in here. I'm telling you. Oh, yes, it is. The only thing this hasn't got is, of course, DaVinci Resolve from Epidemic Sounds. But you can add those on it in here, and you can tinker around with them. Like you can in Windows anyway. You just have to download them separately from Epidemic Sound's website, just like what you used to do in any case. I can cut things on out. I can do all sorts. I can even make me thumbnails in here if I really wanted to. But I love making me thumbnails in GIMP. There you go. So it's there. That's now gotten saved. This, of course, is that little flashy that I had going inside thingy, and all I do is just do the color of it so it blends in with the background of whatever game I'm playing or whatever, so it just flashes on over on the side there. It's just like a little watermark, if you like. I'm gonna quit on out of there. What I didn't do was save it onto here, so I should do that. I'll just reopen it to the login screen or the screen if you like. There we go, and I can then save that in on here. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, well, that can come off now. That can go off like that. There you go. That's all sorted on out. Great with the script. Fantastic. It just runs beautifully here in Linux Mint, as it did in Cachy OS. As long as you've got the hardware for it. If you can record in NVENC and your graphic card's powerful enough, it's got 16 gig of RAM or more on it, you'll be laughing with DaVinci Resolve. I'm going to see if I can roll back those drivers and not have Cachy OS update to the new one. I'm not going to reinstall Cachy OS on top of this. I've just got this set up to how I like it. I'm going to wait until this anomaly has gone. But for gaming, I'm still going to keep Cachy OS. When you're recording, it doesn't do the anomalies so much, which is why I had to record it through my phone. I had to show you through my phone. I was recording it through my phone, because through OBS it just would not do it, which was strange. That is it from me. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.